TV and entertainment is a sort of club, and I don't know whether you saw the other day that this amazing bit of film has been unearthed of Morecambe and Wise criticising Monty Python, and they don't really like it. I thought when I listened to it, it's generous criticism, and it's valid. They talk about college humour and about periods of boredom. You get it or you don't get it, you know. It's an opinion, and actually they're very nice about it. One of the things that Morecambe talks about is professionalism, and I think that's quite valid. Things may be funny, but they always get better with practice. And the college humour, you know, that dominates a lot of the television that we had in the 1970s, the 1980s, and in fact I think even now. A lot of the game shows that we have are based on spontaneity. Sometimes rehearsed spontaneity, but if you don't keep rehearsing it, it doesn't reacquire the spontaneity. It sounds sort of dead. And there's nothing worse than dead humour. There's such a list of these shows which suffer from college humour, and they seemed exciting at the time, and they haven't aged well. Things like The Goodies, things I'm afraid like The Goons. But without The Goodies, The Goons and Monty Python, there wouldn't be, oh sorry, I haven't a clue, that magnificent radio programme, The Pink Panther, Being There, that later career of Peter Sellers, and Pickwick, the wonderful, wonderful musical, and the blossoming of Harry Seacombe, and of course Fawlty Towers. Fawlty Towers, the quintessential professional comedy, the resurrection of the fait-de farce. If you ever want to know how to do farce, you look at Fawlty Towers. I think the difference that Morecambe and Wise are talking about between their form of entertainment and Monty Python is something that Julie Andrews puts her thumb on adroitly and rather brilliantly, and given the fact that we are 2 days on from the anniversary of the premiere of Mary Poppins in 1964, it seems a good time to reference this. She said that she had this mantra: what is the difference between an amateur and a professional? An amateur rehearses until they get it right. A professional rehearses until they cannot get it wrong. And that really sums up Monty Python. But if you want to recapture spontaneity, either you have to have it, in which case you have to have the camera on and just do it, that's Monty Python, or you have to rehearse and rehearse and rehearse until you get back to that spontaneity. And you know, there's so much in Monty Python and in the Goodies and in the Goons and in all of that sort of stuff, QI, that is so brilliant. Who cannot forget, for example, the Funky Gibbon? And when I was in St Andrews University, Tim Brooke Taylor became the rector, and he was charming. I mean, you know, I was so sorry last year when he died. Tim Brooke Taylor was one of the charming gentlemen of British television and radio, British broadcasting, you know. And I'm sure that what Morecambe and Wise had to say about Monty Python was meant in the best possible way and expressed in the best possible taste, and you know, it was generous, but from the point of view of professionalism. Bye bye. Do follow the channel, do let me know your views, and do ring the bell.